flames ignite for the chosen few. He's got the voice, the spirit, and the fire. Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, taking us higher. He built a palace of cryptids in this lonely space. True Cryptid Encounters, volumes 1 and 2. Coming from the darkness, tell your own tale. He's starting the job out past the setting sun. He's Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, until the work is done. It's a Bigfoot pirate rock and roll show. On the airwaves, watch the legend grow. Come join the beyond and hear the wild scream. Michigan Rob, time to open up your mind. Get ready to rock and roll. Yeah.
Well, hello, everybody, and good evening. It's late night. It's Into the Bizarre. I, of course, am BMR. I'm joined tonight with the lovely Monica. And as always, every Saturday night at 11, tune in right here. Put on your alert bells. Yes, indeed. You guys know the program. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks to everybody for coming on in and spending your evening with us. Always a great show on Saturday night. Yes, it is. And tonight will be nothing less than that. Thanks to everybody for buying my books. Bigfoot, Mr. Rob presents True Cryptid Encounters. Book 1, Book 2, both found on Amazon. The link is provided here for you. Go check it out. At least check out my author page and take a look through that. For those that bought the books, thank you. Leave a review. It's much like YouTube. Analytics. Leave a review. So yeah, it'll push the book sales out that much further. Don't forget, mateys, the Super Cat. Yes, the Super Cat, also known as the Super Chat. That is open. Thanks in advance for that. Also, mateys, become a BMR pirate. Join the many, join the few, depending on your point of view. You know what you get? Yeah, you do. Good old picture of BMR sporting a bandana in the chat room next to your name. Also, though, there are members-only videos that are posted for members only. So thanks in advance for that. And with that being said, I'm going to bring up the lovely Monica.
Just a little picture of me.
I got you. You know, it's funny because I used to have like the big picture. It takes up the entire screen. And I figured out how to kind of make it a little bit smaller when I'm like by myself. Yeah. Okay. You know, I don't want everybody to see my crow's feet. Little crow's feet start coming in now, you know.
I pay a lot of money to try to get those to go away.
Oh, I know you do. I bought some of your stuff.
Yeah.
It does work.
Creams.
I know yours is. Hey, listen. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. But the stuff that I'm using is pretty good. There's peptides, and there's the. I do love the vitamin C serum.
Yeah.
I put that on my whole head.
I use the copper peptides that Brandi's friend told her about, so I use that, and then I use the La Mer cream, like moisturizing cream.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. You know, I figured I'm probably gonna do this for another 10 years. I gotta keep my youthful image going. You know.
That's right.
You know, being an old man, we on the air.
I got something called microneedling.
Ooh, microneedling.
That was an experience.
Yeah, I
haven't had that done before to my face. Because I'm just now stepping into the like aesthetics. What is it called? The esthetician's lab.
Well, guess
Like,
what? My niece has her own esthetician's business. She started
does
a couple
she?
years. Yeah.
Well, if I lived up there, I'd go to your
No,
daughter's.
yeah, oh,
Your
yeah. She
niece?
does everything. She does the micro stuff, the micro
Yeah, there's all
every.
kinds of things.
Oh, she does it all. She went to shit. She went to school for a couple years.
Yeah, I mean, there's some serious stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to try Botox. Right? I'm
Mm,
53. I've never done Botox. I'm
mm.
kind of scared of it because I mean, you're injecting botulism into your face.
Yeah, and I've got a friend, this girl that I know. She's been doing it now for a decade, literally, and she looks like a porcelain doll. And when I say that, she has no facial features. She's just too tight. I know you'd be different, but she's just really crazy. Yeah, the
She's
dark,
really
Rob, the
pretty.
dark lighting helps. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
dim lighting helps
Is that
everybody.
Chris?
Trust me, I know that.
Outdoorsman, Texas. Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Outdoor.
Did
Okay,
he
yeah.
say
He
thanks,
says
honey?
he says dark lighting helps.
Yeah, dim lighting does help.
Yeah,
You would know.
yeah, Uh, I don't look too bad though, but
People can
I
barely
notice.
hear me. Can you hear me okay?
No, I mean I was about to say yeah, your input output is
Oh,
reversed. I think from
let
last
me
week. I don't know.
see.
I mean I can hear you. I don't know about the audience because my headphones are turned up pretty right around 70%.
Well, I have it put up all the way. Let me see.
Yes, I'll say hi to everybody. Eric
123.
Fry, John, Jojo. No, I don't think Monica needs Botox. But hey, GC, Donnie Do, Donna Do. If you're new, I'm sorry, Donna Do. GC, Jason Finch, Connie, hi Connie. Of course, the lovely Mickey G. I see Fidesz is in here. Bigfoot Audio Lab. Of course, Chris. Carl Sup. Hey, Sup. What's up, Carl? Scrolling a little bit. We got some cool things in here I just noticed briefly.
I'm annoyed.
Mickey G, thanks for the awesome super cat, Mickey G. Love to all. Fidesz Audio, Yeti Audio Lab, Super BMR Cat, thank you for that. Phil Funk. Phil Funk has been a pirate for 4 months. Arr,
Arr.
arr. Thanks to Phil Funk. Of course, you know what we got to do when I get some super cats rolling. Indeed, courtesy of Yeti Audio Lab, the
Very.
lovely Fidesz. That's
Can
so
you hear
cool.
me now?
I could hear you. I heard you fine earlier, but now it's a little louder. Maybe the people in the audience didn't, but now you sound good. You sounded good anyway, but I turned up my volume on my headphones.
Okay, because I'm switching input output. I'm switching everything
No, you're
around.
good now.
Okay.
Hi, Diane. Hi, everybody. So yeah, so we did our show Thursday afternoon at 1. Monica and I are on every Thursday at 1. And we did our New Orleans. We dived into New Orleans. I found a couple other ones for today for Bizarre News, but
That was fun.
it was fun. So I picked a couple, not from necessarily that, but I kind of dug into that a little deeper. However, yes, as most people don't know, last Saturday my washing machine exploded. So I got a new one. And the window for its arrival today, Monica, was 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
That's fun.
I said, dude, that's a 12-hour
That's
window? I never heard.
ridiculous.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
They cut it down to 10:30 to 2:30, and they were here promptly at 11.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
So yeah, I got it. I was happy. Well, not really happy to buy another washing machine. I told you 2 in 10 years.
Right.
So threw a light load in, it worked. I mean, I
It worked
expected
okay.
not.
Yeah. Didn't
Yeah, I
have any
expected
problem.
not. I expected not to work. I'll be cringing when I throw the towels in because the other two machines towels you could not handle towels. I don't know why. Don't know why.
So
So I'm gonna treat this with kid gloves. I'm gonna pretend it's like the old one and just do more washes more frequently
hmm,
because I don't want to buy another one.
I understand that.
Yeah. So
I understand that. I mean, well, I'm not going to say it again, but I had the whole experience when I thought my washing machine was going out, and I was prepared to spend a lot of money on a very expensive one that's supposed to last a long time. So,
yeah, we talked about that. We talked about it quite a bit, and I told you, and you heard the same thing. Hey, Rob, buy a Maytag that's about 20 years old. Spend $200, find it at a garage sale or on marketplace. And as I told you, I know they last longer. That's what I've been told by many people. That's not me though. I want convenience. I want to. I just ordered. I went to Lowe's. I was in there less than 15 minutes. It took me longer to find a salesperson than to buy the damn thing I wanted.
oh, well, I mean, you did the research on your own.
Yeah, I
You were
already
a
knew what I wanted.
salesperson trying to talk you into something.
Went up to it. This is what I want. Boom, load it up. When can you deliver it? You want the extended warranty? No, I don't. No, doesn't
Meh.
matter.
Meh.
When do you want it delivered? Tomorrow. Can't do it. Do it Saturday. What time?
That's
Oh,
the
between
same.
7 and 7. What? 7 and 7? Well, that's all we have right now. Well, fine, whatever. Just call me Friday. Get a different window.
Window.
Give me a different
Yeah.
window. So yeah, so I had to take off a bunch of stuff so they could get it in the house, and that's the biggest pain because my house is kind of weird height to bring things in certain areas, going down the landing and taking it where I wanted it. So there was railings that I put up several years ago for my
Mm-hmm.
mom to go up and down, so I had to take all that crap off, which is just a
That
pain.
just seems like a safety thing.
It
Like,
is, and in fact, I don't mind it for even me now.
right.
You know, because where I go when I use a certain section where this landing is dark. If I don't turn on the light, so I have to guide myself down. So I just use the handrail.
Hmm.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
anyways, and I think tomorrow I'm going to tear out my garden, Monica. I'm going to just tear it out and just keep the cucumbers.
I understand. Mine's going bye bye too.
I mean, I was going to do it today, but I had other things I had to do. So
I'm going to keep my um, herbs because they're doing fine. So I'll probably keep those. And then as fall comes on, I'll cut them all down and hang them up to dry and then use those in cooking. Dried versus fresh. Um, but yeah, like my tomato plants and my pepper plants. It's too hot. They're not doing anything.
no, I sent you the picture of my one tomato plant, my
Yes.
lone, and what'd you say?
But
It's
it's out there fighting for its life.
or it's like laughing. Believe it or not, there's like 10 flowers on it, but they're like, it doesn't. I'm going to keep it. That's the only thing I'm not going to tear out. I'm just going to let it sit there.
It's like, I'm blooming. I'm
I'm,
trying.
I'm
I'm
going to let
blooming.
it struggle. Watch, will start growing in September because it's 80 degrees here in September.
Yeah, it's hot everywhere except
Well, yeah, but
September
yeah.
used to be fall, not anymore.
Fall starts in November,
It
typically where
does
I live.
here.
You know, um,
It used to be late October we'd cool down. In the last couple of years, it's been like 80 degrees on Thanksgiving.
oh, but yeah, well, that's Texas though, but
That's
yeah.
gross. No, it's not like that normally up
Oh,
here because
okay.
I'm in North Texas. I'm not like down by the border.
Yeah,
I'm up
that's
in
that's
North
true.
Texas,
Yeah.
and I mean, we get ice storms, we get snow. I bet usually, yeah, late October is when we get the cool down. Not the last couple of years.
Nope, it's been weird, and we always talk about the weather's kind of nauseating talking about it. The climate change is definitely real, folks.
Yeah,
It's real.
I don't see how people think it isn't.
Yeah, it's not. It's happening. It's been happening for a decade. It
It's been in the
has.
making for a long time. It's
It's
just
been
catching
in the
up to us
making.
now.
I could build igloos at Christmas time as a kid in my yard. Now I'm lucky to get a snowball. I'm
Yeah,
lucky to have snow on Christmas Day. It's usually rain and 65.
we get ice. We just get ice. Occasionally we'll get snow, but not like, I mean, no, Michigan, you would expect, yeah, to get lots and lots of snow.
You would know. Well, now, again, where I live, again, kind of like Texas, I always take it for granted, despite the fact that I know where you live. When I think Texas, I think roaring heat and oven, but then you're in the northern section.
You're not wrong. It is roaring heat enough.
It's
See,
roaring
I think
heat.
I think most people that have never been here, and I was the same way before I moved here 30 something years ago. You think that Texas is like West Texas, where it's just dry and there's like
Yeah.
tumbleweeds and cactus.
Yeah, right. The desert.
It's not like that. I mean, the eastern part of the state is a rainforest, basically. I mean, it's thick and
No,
green.
it is. 'Cause I have been in that side of the state, and then I always think that you're close by Oklahoma, and I always think of Oklahoma being wet, damp, and hot and humid.
It's hot and humid.
And like where I live in Michigan, people say, "Rob, you're in Michigan." They always say it's cold there. It snows all the time. Yeah, you got to drive maybe 200 miles north, and it's hot, it's cold, and it gets snow. But not where I live. I live in southern Michigan. I mean, I
Yeah,
live
still.
close to Indiana, Ohio border. I mean, if you look on the Michigan map, I'm like right here by Detroit. I mean,
Hmm.
it's hot.
It's hot. It's
It's
not
hot.
Texas hot, but it's hot.
It's not Texas hot, but it's hot. It's sweltering 98. It was 92 degrees today.
I hate it here. I hate it.
And now we got the bugs coming out. August is the bug month.
Well, the whole summer is bug month here. I will say that it took a long time for the heat to come on here because usually by June it's pretty hot, and we were staying in the high 80s, low 90s, which is, I mean, hot by a lot of standards, but here that's pretty mellow.
Hmm.
And it didn't get ridiculously hot until like I left for vacation. Like it
Hmm.
jumped up to the hundreds all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Jumped. It
Stinks.
just jumped. You
It
know.
shot right up.
Yeah. So, anyways, yes, that's about it. New washing machine, great. I'm kind of going to cross my fingers. I think after the show, because I don't really go to bed too. I go to bed. I stay up kind of late on Saturday, so I'll probably throw some towels in the new washing machine and cross my
Pray.
fingers and pray. You know what
It'll be
Eric's.
okay, Rob. It's a new one.
Oh,
That one blows
okay.
up.
Listen, I tell you what, the last new one I got was great for 8 months. Then on the ninth month, it took a crap, and I was dealing with a crappy washer for 3 years after, till it finally just went all bonkers and
It just
exploded.
blows my mind that it blew up.
Now, when I say blow up, everybody, and Monica included,
Yeah.
the sidewall got busted out, the tub got busted off the axle, but the lid blew off the top of the washing machine and was hanging on the side. And it was right before the show, and water's coming out. I had to grab it and pick it up and place it on top and hold it in place. And I did not unplug it. I'm glad I didn't, to be honest with you. And I sat there, and it was moving all over the floor. So I had to sit there with all my weight and power, and hold it in place for 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I got on the show at 2 minutes before the start of the show, and Natalie and Brandi heard me bitching and screaming in the background, and they were
But they
laughing
did.
because they could hear me all the way from over there, and my mic was on. What in the
That's so
hell were you?
funny.
Were you in a war? I go. I might as well. It should have
Yeah.
been.
It
It's
was me against the machines.
Rob against the machine. Yeah.
What was
Well.
that 80s stupid horror movie? It was based on a Maximum Overdrive. It was based on a Stephen King book where all
Oh.
the machines around the world revolt. They become sentient
Oh.
and they
Oh.
start hunting down
Yeah.
people. The vending machines were killing people by throwing coke,
Oh.
fastballing
Oh,
coke
really?
cans at them.
Ending
Yeah,
the
it's the
show. I
goofiest
did
movie.
not see that.
Oh, what a shock! Rob didn't see a movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, you were so surprised when I said that. Um,
You
yeah,
should check it out if you want like
I do
the
like that movie.
goofiest
I do.
horror movie. Maximum Overdrive. It's got Emilio Estevez in it, which is like not bad because I love him.
I do too.
But the movie
Actually, I
itself,
I like him and his brother in the Garbage Man.
oh my
Uh,
god.
did you ever see that
Yes,
one?
I've said that's a weird one.
I kind of like that though. And then I did like Emilio with Richard Dreyfuss, the old guy from Jaws, in
Oh
the
yeah,
whatever that Who Done It
Stakeout.
Stakeout. Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I've seen a couple. Yeah.
I remember him in Mighty Ducks. I loved him in Young Guns. I've always loved Emilio. He's just like the pinnacle of good looking.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, his father too. The whole family. Like
they're all good looking, all the
the
guys.
Martin Sheen didn't crank out ugly babies.
No.
Their older brother is good looking too. He looks just like he looks more like a cross between Emilio and Martin.
You talking about Charlie?
No, Charlie's the younger brother.
He's the youngest.
They have an older brother who's not in the business.
Okay. Oh, I never seen him. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought it was weird, Emilio Estevez. I never knew until later on that he was a Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
I think
father
he
was
more
Martin.
like his mom.
Yeah.
I think he must because he's got the. I mean, I was watching a documentary about Charlie Sheen, and it was showing his whole family.
Tiger
The
blood.
older brother that's not in the business, and Emilio when he was a kid and a teenager, and he had blonde hair, so
Okay.
his mom must have been fair.
Was that a documentary called Tiger Blood? Remember?
I don't think so. No.
Do you
this
remember
was new.
Charlie drinking the tiger blood?
No.
Oh, you don't? Are you serious?
I didn't pay attention to it that time. Like people that are being sensational
Yeah,
and
well,
want
wait.
attention are going to get the exact opposite.
That was
from
when he
me.
was running around with,
He was
doing.
on
He
a
was
bender.
he was a bender.
Yeah.
He went on a bender every couple of years
Yeah.
for a year.
Mhm.
He had like a year-long benders.
I mean, it shows.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah,
shows.
yeah. That's where the Botox comes into play
I
in
hate
this.
for I'd hate for him to go the way of Gary Busey. Let's talk buttered sausage.
Oh my god! I gotta tell you before, yeah, don't kidding, buttered sausage. Another guy when he was young, and he was in an older movie, American Graffiti, briefly, but he was also in some other movies. Mickey Rourke, I thought he would look pretty handsome
He
in
was a
his
handsome
20s,
man.
and he don't even look nothing like Mickey Rourke. I can't describe what he looks like today.
He looks like a very angry old woman. He looks like an angry old woman that rescues dogs. Just like that's what he looks like to me.
Well,
Him and Steven Tyler look
uh,
like an elderly lesbian couple.
and the thing about
I mean,
you're
look like.
not far from being accurate. You're spot on. But Mickey Rourke don't look nothing like he did when he was in his 20s and 30s. I mean, he did. If
It
you
was the plastic surgery he had.
man, these guys, what a botch job.
Oh my gosh, you know who's the same way is Priscilla Presley. She was gorgeous. Just a naturally beautiful woman. And I read somewhere that oh gosh, I want to say she went to Mexico or South America and was getting fillers, but it wasn't the proper filler for like humans. And
Oh,
that's why she looks like carved wax. Her skin just,
oh,
it doesn't look right. And I had a client when I worked in the jewelry industry, and she was the sweetest woman, and she took a liking to me, so she would like come see me all the time. And I was in my 30s,
yeah.
and she was trying to set me up with her son, and she was very sweet, had a lot of money. She was trying to talk me into getting plastic surgery back in my 30s.
Oh,
And this
jeez.
woman, although sweet and not unattractive, you could tell she had the same filler type that Priscilla
Oh,
Presley had, because there were parts of her skin where it was starting to get that looks like hardened wax. It just like
oh,
badly
yeah.
badly carved wax.
That's. I'd rather have the weathered, wrinkled look than that. I don't know what I
Yeah,
want.
I mean, I am willing to get a little Botox around here because that's the
Yeah.
only place I really want it because I'm scared.
Oh yeah. Well.
But and I'm not saying that I'd never have plastic surgery, but I don't ever want fillers in my face. I don't want like Botox is one thing that paralyzes a muscle. I don't want something pulled in to like fill in
Yeah.
space.
No. Yeah. Right.
I don't want so many plastic surgeries that I look
No, you don't want to look like your eyes are permanently bugged open.
right? And there was this heiress. She had a lot of plastic surgeries and had to have had filler also. And she looks like a cat woman. I mean, literally like the island of Dr. Moreau. Like it
Oh,
is
oh
bad.
man.
Like her dermis looks so just thick and unnatural. And there were a couple of models, these men. I don't know their names, but I can see their faces. They look the same way. So it terrifies me. Like I'd rather age as gracefully as nature lets me, than look like
Yeah.
an alien. You know?
No, you don't want to look like that.
I don't.
No, I don't know. Real, I will say real briefly, then we will move on. My one girlfriend, she's my age, and she's had so much done to her face and her whole body, really, to be honest with you. But it looks like when she smiles, she can't really give a regular smile because it seems like her skin will rip apart. It's so tight.
It's
Hey, if that's what you want, go for
I mean,
it.
I don't mind a little like slight like lift.
A little
Like,
lift,
you
yeah,
know, a little lift is fine.
yeah.
I don't want to look like
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
like I'm the victim of a tragic accident.
Or you don't want to be on that show Botched.
No, I don't want. I mean, although if I was getting something fixed, those are the doctors I'd want to go to. Like if I was having plastic surgery and I had the budget, which I absolutely do.
No,
not,
well,
because
that's
those
where
are
you
crazy.
go.
I'd go to them for sure.
For GC, I'm not certain if I want plastic surgery unless I need it. Well, yeah, I hear you, GC. I mean,
I understand. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just get it to get it. I mean,
right now you look good. So, I mean, down the road, it's always something to think about.
suitable for my age, you know.
Just something.
And I hate saying that. I hate it when people compliment you, and then they throw in the
For your age.
for your age caveat.
No, I don't like that either.
Thanks.
I looked
correct a friend of mine. I was like, don't ever tell a woman
not
she's
a woman.
beautiful for her age.
Yeah, you're beautiful. How old are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought now you're really attractive.
Yeah,
Now
for
you
your
told
age,
me.
you're
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Jeez.
Thanks. Like, I know I'm not 20. I don't expect to look 20.
Well, I will say this.
For your age thrown in there.
Hey, listen, I will say this for all you guys. I'm talking about you, Brandi, and Natalie. Some of the guys, people that we're all relatively within the same plus or minus few years. We look fine. I was looking at some pictures of people in their 30s from like in the 1960s. They were like 33, and I'm looking at this picture of this woman and this man for a show. I was putting together a show, right? And I had to take a double look because said they were both 35. Monica, they looked older than you and I, and they were in their 30s. This is like a picture from the 50s.
Oh, sure.
I mean, we've all advanced.
That's a hard
compared
life.
hard life. Of course, they were farmers.
I mean, okay, now the sun is going to, like, if they were farmers, the sun is going to take a toll on you.
I've been in the sun my whole life.
That I avoided the sun like the plague when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I looked like a vampire. I was pale.
Well, you know what? I've always been in the sun my whole life. But listen to this. You said vampire. That's the first bizarre news.
I was trying to segue for you.
You did fantastic, and you got me. You read my mind. Mm-hmm. We're going to Louisiana for the bizarre news, and of course, it wouldn't be the bizarre news without the little opening bizarre news thing. Here it is. That's right, Monica. Spot on with that segue.
All right.
You don't even know what the show's about.
I didn't even know.
We're going to New Orleans in 1978. Yeah, and this is entitled "The Couple Who Wouldn't Stop Following Them." Now, I did something similar, if you recall, last year, but this is different. And I just because when we did Creepy Louisiana on Thursday, I did some more digging because New Orleans is creepy. Okay,
let's face it. Stories coming out of
there's a lot.
There's no
shortage. No, there's no shortage. This takes place 1978 again. A young couple visiting the city for the weekend claimed they were followed by another man and woman. And by the end of the weekend, they were convinced the two strangers weren't normal people. Not so strange, right, Monica?
Well, okay, so New Orleans isn't like the vast metropolitan of New York. Like if you're
Yeah,
staying in a closed area, you're likely to see the same people
yeah,
repeatedly.
yeah. I think so too. I get that. The couple were Michael and Linda Carver, both in their late 20s. They were visiting from Baton Rouge and staying at a small hotel near the French Quarter. Now we've talked about this too at nauseum. There's a lot of people, actors out there, and people that play on the tourists, blah blah blah. So I always keep that in mind when I do these now from Louisiana, New Orleans. According to Linda, the trouble started on a Saturday morning of their visit. She and Michael were having breakfast when Linda noticed a man and woman sitting across the street. She told Michael, "Don't look now, but those two have been watching us." Michael looked away. He later said they weren't doing anything, they were just sitting there. Linda wasn't convinced. She said the woman was unusually pale and kept staring directly at her. A waitress named Marie Landry, who was working that morning, later remembered the couple. Marie reportedly told investigators the young woman kept looking toward the window. She seemed nervous. I remember her asking her boyfriend if she knew the people outside. A few minutes later, Michael and Linda left. And that's when things got strange. They walked several blocks through the French Quarter. Then Linda saw the same couple again. She reportedly said, "Michael, that's them." Michael looked across the street. The man and woman were standing there, watching them. Michael later said, "I thought Linda was just getting worked up. Then I noticed they crossed the street when we did." The couple decided to return to their hotel, but according to Michael, the strangers continued to follow them. That afternoon, they spoke briefly with a cab driver named Raymond Bourdreau. Bourdreau later recalled that Linda seemed frightened. He reportedly told police, "The woman kept looking behind her. She asked me if I knew the people standing down the street." Bourdreau said he looked. He saw a man and a woman. He told her, "Lady, there's a lot of people in this city. I don't know those folks." But when he looked again, they were gone. That night, Michael and Linda decided to leave New Orleans early. Before they could leave the hotel, Linda woke Michael. She said she heard someone outside their room. Three knocks came from the hallway, a knock, a knock, and a knock. Michael got up. He looked through the peephole. Nobody. Then a woman's voice reportedly came from the other side. Linda later said it whispered her name, Linda.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm. She told Michael, "Don't open that door." Michael said, "There's nobody out there."
That would be me barking at Chris. Don't open the door.
"Don't open the door." "But there's nobody there, Monica."
I don't care.
Linda answered, "That's what scares me." They left the hotel shortly afterward. And here's the part that really bothered them. As they drove out of New Orleans, Michael noticed a car behind them. Inside were two people, a man and a woman. He changed lanes. The car changed lanes. He slowed down. The other car slowed down. Michael finally pulled over. The other vehicle drove past without stopping. Linda reportedly looked at him and said, "They wanted us to know that they were there." Police were eventually contacted, and Officer Harold Broussard of the New Orleans Police Department reportedly took a statement from the couple. Broussard later said they were scared. "I don't see anything that suggested they were in immediate danger, but they were convinced somebody was following them." Well, yeah, throughout this entire weekend, of course, I'd be kind of, yeah, I'd be,
They called the cops with no evidence.
yeah, I would have walked up to this couple and said, "Is it a coincidence? How come every time I look up, you're here? It's been 3 days." Well, regardless.
I
No,
would. I would walk up to him and go, "What's up?
what's your problem?
What's
Yeah,
up?"
what's up? What's shaking? So, when asked whether he believed the couple were dealing with criminals, Prasad reportedly answered, I have no evidence of that, whatever. Belinda insisted there was something wrong with the strangers. She reportedly told the officer, I don't think they were trying to rob us. Broussard asked, what do you think they wanted?
If they
Linda
wanted us.
reportedly answered, I don't know, but I don't think they wanted money. And that's where the strange New Orleans story ends. There was no arrest, no identification of the mysterious couple, no explanation for what they appeared, uh,
Hmm.
why they appeared where Michael and Linda went. The two eventually returned safely home. But Linda reportedly refused to ever return to New Orleans. Well, she's getting a little weird here now. Won't go
She's
back.
spooked.
And when a friend later asked her what she thought the two strangers were, she simply answered, I don't know. She had it, but I don't think they were alive. That is the bizarre part of the story. Were Michael and Linda simply frightened tourists who became convinced they were being followed? Were the strangers real, or something happened during the visit that neither of them could explain? I'm kind of disappointed with this because it said it was a vampire tale and it was not, obviously. Oh, well, for that. But
It's a purported or an assumed vampire. Like
yeah,
that's what she's leaning towards.
there's where she's leaning during the day in the car. So I think the lady maybe was a little
I think she's a little sensitive.
jumping the gun on that
And
one a
I'm
little
not saying
bit.
that couple wasn't like following him, but I mean, this is New Orleans, let's be real.
Right.
They were looking for an upside pineapple sign, if you know what I mean. An upside down pineapple, like maybe they were into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Maybe.
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 That even goes on in
Are you kidding me? Of course it does. It goes on at every city. Every city. Every city.
I will tell you well, yeah.
There's a
Uh,
whole club dedicated to it in Dallas. If you're curious, I can tell you.
I'm certainly not, but I will tell
You're
you
not.
this. No. Um I will tell you this. I would think if for a weekend trip, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if I'm hanging out with my wife or whomever I'm with, and I always see the same couple wherever I go staring at me. I mean,
I
let's
would
face
fight
it.
them after a while,
I would. Well, I know I would.
especially if I've had a few drinks. If I'm in New Orleans for whatever reason, I'm feeling bold. I definitely would
Yeah,
have said something.
I would
After
have
like the
said.
fourth or fifth time, and if it's clear they're staring at me
Mm,
and my husband, I'd be like, "What do you
I would
want?"
too. I if I'd have seen them in the morning having breakfast and at lunch, okay, whatever. But then if I saw them later at
If
night,
they're minding their own business, you
if
know?
they're minding their own business, that's tourists. I figure they're tourists like me, and you're going to run into
Yeah,
people because we're probably going to go to a lot of the same touristy places, perhaps.
right.
But if I see them 3 times in a day, but here's the thing: if I notice them checking me out, me and whoever I'm with, staring down all the time, then yeah, then I'm going to go walk over.
I would assume swingers first before I
Okay.
assumed vampire.
Right. Yeah.
But to be fair, you and I talked about this on Thursday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there are vampires in New Orleans. 100%. I believe there are vampires in New Orleans. Now, do I think they're all sanguinarian vampires? No, I don't. I think
Yeah.
the majority of them are energetic. They're energy vampires or psychic vampires.
Yes.
But, you know, sanguinarian vampires, I think they are out there.
Oh, they're for sure out there.
Yeah.
I saw a documentary. I mean, I do watch documentaries. It was about that exact same thing. Sanguinarian vampires. I got to tell you, this documentary was creepy, but it was how do people like this guy that was in this? I don't know how you even live like that. I mean, it was pretty pathetic to a
It's
point.
it's interesting. Like I don't know, like the ones that are mainstream and open about it, they have volunteers, right?
Yes,
But
they
you've got
do.
to get tested for all kinds of things because there's bloodborne
Yeah.
illnesses, and you are legitimately consuming somebody else's red stuff, you know. And
Yes.
and I've heard them say that they don't like it's not like a like tearing out the throat kind of. They don't need that much. It's a very little bit, they say.
Yep.
But no, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested in that. In fact,
I will say when I was in my 20s, my husband had a friend who would go to New Orleans for the Sanguinarian Club's Halloween like festivities.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out about the Sanguinarian Club in New Orleans. I didn't even know there was such a thing, but I don't even know if they're still around. But there used to be the Sanguinarian Club, and they used to have a big Halloween party, like at the aquarium or something. Like it was some crazy thing. And I thought about trying to get an invite to that, but that's how I found out about Endless Nights, the vampire ball in Endless Nights, and
okay.
back in the day. I mean, now I still want to go. I mean, it's a big vampire thing. You can buy ticket levels, and you have to come in costume, or they won't let you in.
Oh,
it has to be a period costume. Like you have to be the period in which you were turned. And they used to have a fangsmith there that would craft your fangs on site.
Ooh, okay.
Kind of cool.
That is kind of cool, actually. This documentary, then we'll move on, that I saw was this guy would hire people, and they were literally on a payroll, and they'd come at his house every day and take their blood, drink the blood right there. It was just kind of creepy, odd.
It is weird. I mean, but there's way too many potential diseases for you.
Way too many. Not even to get into what you can get. It's more. It's probably you can get more diseases than if you were to go out in the red light district. Just saying. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if the red, like in Amsterdam, the red light district, it's highly regulated.
Yeah.
Like they have to like get examined every week and test regularly. So I feel like
Yeah. You know that might. Yeah. Hey. I've never been to Amsterdam. That's another kind of.
Me
I
either.
don't know if I'd want to go now.
I'm not into the vices that people go to Amsterdam for. Either one.
Yeah, I think it would be bizarre. I'd rather watch the documentary. If I was 25, I'd pack a ticket and go for sure. Okay, we're going to move
on. Robbie, you.
You freak. It is late night. It is some bizarre news. Freaky Robbie. Mischievous Monica heading the night. Don't answer when it calls your name.
That's a good rule to live by.
Yes, it is. And we've done several like this on all shows, but they always pop up. This is on the Appalachian Trail. Appalachian Trail.
The Appalachian Trail. Appalachian.
I like saying Appalachian. That's how I say it personally.
Well, that's how I grew up saying it. That's how I was taught to say it. But here in the wild, I hear Appalachia.
Appalachia. This is the the Pisgah National Forest, North Carolina.
Okay.
And this takes place in the Appalachian Mountains. And this one involves something that search and rescue teams say they don't like talking about. Okay. It's the strange reports of hikers hearing their own names being called from deep inside the woods, sometimes by a voice they recognize, and sometimes by a voice they don't recognize at all. The reports we are looking at come from the Appalachian Trail and surrounding wilderness areas, including Pisgah National Forest in western North Carolina. And according to several hikers and rescuers, there is one unusual detail that keeps coming up. Again, not to reiterate here, people hear someone calling their name. But when rescuers arrive, I'm trying to figure out rescuers for what? They're lost. Part of this I don't get right now. Some of those are missing hikers refuse to answer. So I guess missing hikers off the trail. Okay. One took place in 2024 off the trail. A hiker that we're going to call for this report, it says here, is Eric, aged 34, became separated from his hiking partner near a heavily wooded section of trail outside Hot Springs, North Carolina. His hiking partner, Jason Miller, later told search officials that Eric had stopped suddenly. Jason asked him, "What's wrong?" Eric reportedly answered, "Someone just called me." Jason looked around. He said, "Who?" Eric pointed toward the trees. "My dad." The problem was, Eric's father wasn't anywhere near North Carolina. He was living in Ohio. Jason reportedly told rescuers Eric just stood there listening. Then he said his dad called his name again. So I guess, Monica, these are reports from people that were lost and they got a hold of rescuers. So I'm thinking right off the bat they're getting delusional, perhaps, but we'll continue.
I mean, if they're
Jason
lost and rescuers are deployed, why would it not be the rescuers?
calling out their name,
Yeah,
perhaps. Yeah,
like an echo or a faint.
something, right, for sure. Jason tried to convince him it was an echo. Oh, wow, you just said that. Eric, oh, look at that. Foreshadowing. Eric reportedly answered, or just common sense. No, that was his voice. And then Eric walked several yards off the trail. Jason followed him, but within minutes he lost sight of him. Search was a search was started that evening, and according to one member of the rescue team, a Mark Reynolds, something unusual happened during the search. Reynolds later described calling into the woods. "Eric, search and rescue. If you can hear me, call back." Nothing. Then another rescuer called his name. Again, nothing. But according to Reynolds, they could hear movement farther down the slope. Branches breaking and leaves are moving. Something is walking. They continued calling. And finally, they heard Eric. But he wasn't answering the rescuers, he was whispering. Reynolds reportedly said, "We could hear him saying, 'Don't come down here.'" One rescuer shouted, "Eric, we're here to help you." Eric reportedly answered, "That's not you." The rescue team eventually located him several yards from the trail. He was confused, dehydrated, and frightened.
Yeah.
When they asked him why he wouldn't respond to them, Eric reportedly said, "Because they were calling me first."
Right. Yeah, it was SAR.
The rescue, the
Yeah.
rescuer, the rescuers asked, "Who?" Eric looked toward the trees. He reportedly answered, "My voice." He says, "My voice." Now that's where the story gets even stranger because this isn't the only report. A volunteer searcher named Karen Whitfield, who has participated in wilderness searches in the region, says she's encountered hikers who became convinced someone was calling to them. She told a local reporter, "You have to remember how strange sounds can be in the mountains. A voice can bounce off a ridge and make it sound like it was coming from somewhere completely different."
Hmm.
But then she added something interesting. "I've had people tell me I heard my name, but it wasn't a person." And according to Whitfield, that's when things can become dangerous. And, for sure, I guess. She explained, if somebody thinks their family member is calling them, they'll leave the trail and to go find them. And that's exactly what rescuers worry about.
Sure. I mean,
Um, and again, I'm gonna scroll through this. Just go ahead, Monica. I'm done with this. I was just looking if there's anything else interesting here, but not really. It's all kind of the same
so
stuff.
it's been documented that people that are lost in search and rescue SAR is out looking for them. They become paranoid. They hide. They active like there's many examples where people have actively hidden from rescue teams. Like the rescue team will walk within 10 feet of them calling for them, and they get paranoid and delusional. And whether that's a symptom of dehydration,
Hmm.
exhaustion. I mean, it could be a lot of things depending on how long these people were missing. But there are instances where people actively hid from them.
Yeah.
So that's not surprising to me. Now in Appalachian folklore,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't answer when somebody's or something that sounds like somebody is calling your name. But if you're freaking lost, like I missed the part. Did it say how long this guy was lost that search and rescue was?
I don't remember reading anything in there about how long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it was a minute. It was a hot minute, you know,
Yeah,
search and rescue to
for
be
sure.
called,
Yes, for sure.
and
Yes.
mobilize and then deploy. So, he could have been suffering from a lot of things. But if you're actively, clearly, you're lost. You know when you're lost, and you hear names. First of all, stop freaking moving. Just stop moving. And number two,
Yeah.
answer them. I mean, I don't care if you're in the Appalachian Mountains or if you're
Yeah.
in the Colorado Rockies. Like, answer. If you're lost and you need help, answer. So I don't think that was anything mysterious. I think he was
I don't either, because as I was reading through that, and I didn't really edit that one, I just kind of said, oh, this is cool. I just kind of threw it in here. But as I'm reading through it, I was just waiting for the hook, right? Like,
right.
Okay, maybe it was something paranormal calling out to him, but it was just really, as you were saying, the rescue team. I mean, for the most part, right? Duh.
I mean, if you're just hiking to grandma's house down the trail,
Yeah.
and it's a regular day, and you start hearing like your cousin who lives 5 states away calling your name from somewhere in the brush, yeah, maybe don't answer that one. But if you've been out for a few days, you're clearly lost, maybe roll the dice at that point.
Maybe roll the dice at that point. I thought that one was going to be a little more interesting, but it was whatever. But hence, it's still terrifying anytime you're lost in the woods, right? Because, and again, things settle in, you get paranoid, you get dehydrated.
Stop moving.
Just stop moving and stay in one spot. If you're lost, stay. So, Monica, if you're lost in the woods and you're unfamiliar with your environment, regardless, maybe you are, stay in the same area.
Yeah.
Because the more you keep moving,
firewood, like do
well, sure,
to
but
make yourself comfortable.
But don't go another 3 miles.
Wander downstream.
Don't wander
unless it's dire. Like you've been out there for 2 weeks, you've got
and
dysentery.
Nobody.
Like,
well, yeah.
Then go ahead, follow the stream down.
Yes, right.
If you're vaguely familiar with the terrain, like vaguely, maybe you're just in a section you're unfamiliar with, and you're kind of turned around. Maybe then follow the stream. But if you are like absolutely, I don't know where the heck I am, the topo maps, like I can't see a clear line of sight to get a read, park it.
Definitely park it. I agree. So really a kind of a good moral for anybody who does not know. Park it, as you say, Monica, and you're going to hear strange things and things are going to happen. But the more you travel, the less the less your chances are of being rescued, right?
Yeah, you're a moving needle in a haystack. It's hard enough to find you. I mean,
we do have, so those are 2 to warm it up. So we have 2 left, Monica, and we're going back to Louisiana. I found another one on the Rougarou.
Ooh.
And the last one, we're going to Brazil for a very creepy exorcism. Something that I'm terrified of. But with that, we're going to take a brief break, so I got to do my little daily duty here. And then, you all know.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back. So give us about a minute. Get your popcorn. Hit the like button. Kibitz about yourself.
And check out up next.
Rougarou's up next, and we also have some of the whatever, the Brazil story. But we'll be back in a second. Oh, check this out. Again, a little ditty do by Fidesz as well. There we are.
I think she means to make you a nice either 90-second or 120-second.
Yeah, I think so. We'll
Interlude.
revisit. We'll have to revisit that one, but a little better than just you sitting there. Or yeah. Thanks everybody for coming on in. It's late night. It's in the bazaar. Really
Everybody likes
brief.
the soothing music, though.
Yeah, the music is kind of soothing.
It is.
Thanks to Mickey
Calm those
G.
nerves.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, but I think 60 seconds is too short. Mickey G, thank you. There she is, Fidesz. Yeti Audio Lab. Hey, Phil Funk, thanks, brother. A pirate for 4 months. Arr, matey.
Arr.
Thanks to everybody. We've got 65 in chat. We've got 297 watching somewhere here.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. So you people that are not in chat, you guys are just as important as everybody else. Because without you guys, we wouldn't have a show, frankly.
That's true.
You
guys tune in to hear us talk about weird stuff.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
We do, because gosh, yeah.
You got a lot to say.
And I do have to say this. I appreciate that you guys really because not too many. See, we all try to have our own little shtick, right, in the shows. People do like our little 20-minute banter about non-related subjects. Gardening.
It's a soft ease.
It's
into
soft
the weirdness
ease,
of the evening, right?
Yeah. And who doesn't like food, gardening, me bitching about the weather, my appliances.
Me bitching about the weather in the summer.
Oh God,
You can bitch in the winter, and I'll bitch in the summer.
There you go. See, and we're like everybody else, humans, right? We all have the same irks, that plague us.
I know, and I'll tell you, the older I get, the less I can tolerate this blessed heat.
I will tell you this before we move on. I was a sun god worshiper, beachcomber, beach bum, if you will. I lived on the beach for 30 days in Florida without a place to stay. I slept on the beach for half of the 30 days. I told you that story. Loved it. But today it's just like, man, I could take 80 with no humidity, and I'd like a little breeze.
I can't say I was ever a tropical girl.
I do like the Caribbean.
The first time I went to Hawaii, I was like, what is wrong with the air here? I'd never experienced humidity. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, really? In Hawaii, it's humid?
What is wrong with this? I went in July. July of 1991 was my first foray to Hawaii.
Really?
And I got off the plane from San Francisco and immediately hated the weather. I couldn't figure out. I was like, this feels like the greenhouse at the fair. Like, it's really sticky and the air is weird. I had no idea what humidity was. I didn't know it was called humidity. I was a stupid 18-year-old. And proceeded to just beautiful scenery. Gorgeous. Hate the humid. And it is humid. Because you're on an island and it's hot. And there's a jungle on the interior. So, yeah. And went back however many years later thinking, oh, maybe I was too rough on it. I live in Texas now. It's hot and humid every summer. I can still hated it. Beautiful scenery.
Oh,
very
yeah.
Kind people depending on where you are.
Sure.
And it's humid.
It's humid, and I will tell you this: a lot of creepiness goes on in Hawaii that people are not aware of. We'll have to do that, maybe. I'll check into that. And yes, Ronald, I have several boat stories. Of course, I saw Bigfoot from a boat. I don't know if you knew Ronald, but you remember hearing me talk about some boat stuff. I'm not going to get in tonight, but yes, I had the bizarre boat story where I lost time driving home, got lost allegedly in my mind. We got lost driving home from Put in Bay in Ohio to Detroit. Remember, I told you we lost like 2 hours of time having to
Yeah,
get home.
I remember that.
Oh man,
And
that
you ended up in like a completely different area from where you're supposed to
ended
be.
up in the Maumee River.
Yeah,
Yeah, I we do not know how that.
that's crazy. I've never had missing time like that.
God, that was three
That's
hours.
creepy. Yeah.
3 hours. But and yeah, and then where we were at took another 3 hours to get home from there during daytime. It was like an 8 hour journey.
Mm-hmm.
And in total should have been three and a half. But anyway, that was creepy, Ron. Thanks for coming in. Thanks to everybody for coming in. So yeah, this is something, Monica, that we're gonna get into because we did a little touched on the Rougarou the other day. So I tried to find one because I haven't heard much about it. I mean, I know what it is, but this is in 2023 in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it goes on here. So this goes on to state in this report. This was involves two paranormal investigators who say they went into New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
into the New Orleans area looking for ghosts. Okay, cool.
All right.
They may have found something much older,
Mm.
something from Louisiana folklore, the Rougarou. For anyone unfamiliar with the legend, the Rougarou is a creature from Louisiana and Cajun folklore.
They must have been in the swamps outside of the city.
Okay. Depending on who, a lot of times they give the exact location. I don't know if they gave it here.
I bet they
Depend,
were out around Homa. Sorry to interrupt.
no, it's fine. Depending on who you ask, it's described as a werewolf like creature, a man who can transform into an animal or something that simply isn't human. But in the fall, this is in the fall now, it says here, of 2023, two ghost hunters say they encountered something in the woods outside New Orleans that they still can't explain. Their names are Tyler Grant, 31, and Megan Ruiz, 28. Both have been investigating reportedly haunted locations around several southern, now, haunted locations around southern Louisiana for several years.
Homa.
They, they were not looking for Rougarou. In fact, according to Megan, they didn't even believe they would encounter anything like it. The investigation. Hey, thanks, Ronald, for that awesome $5 super cat. Thanks, brother.
Nice.
Thanks, Ronald. The investigation took place near a wooded area outside Marrero, west of New Orleans. Okay.
Okay. I mean, a swamp. It's swamp.
Okay.
I
The
just
pair,
think Homa more, but we can talk about that later.
yeah. The pair had been using cameras, audio recorders, and night vision equipment. According to Tyler, the evening had been completely normal. He told reporter Maggie Smith, "We've been there for about 2 hours and we hadn't gotten anything. No voices, no movement, nothing. Then, shortly after midnight, they heard something moving through the woods. Megan thought it was a deer. She reportedly whispered, 'Did you hear that?' Tyler answered, 'Yeah, probably a deer.' Then they heard it again, but this time it was much closer. And then it says here, crack. A branch breaking. Megan turned toward the sound. She reportedly said, 'That's not a deer.' Tyler asked, 'How do you know?' Megan answered, 'Because whatever it is, it's walking on two legs.' The
Mm.
two investigators turned on their night vision camera. At first, they saw nothing. Then Tyler noticed something moving between the trees. He told Maggie Smith, 'I thought it was a person. That's exactly what I thought.' He called out, 'Hey, we're not looking for trouble.' The movement stopped. The woods became completely quiet. Megan reportedly whispered, Why did it stop?' Tyler said, 'I don't know.' Then something happened that frightened both of these investigators. They heard a low growl, not a dog, not a coyote. Megan described it as a deep sound, almost like somebody growling through their chest. Tyler immediately started backing toward their vehicle. He reportedly told Megan, "We're leaving." Megan asked, "What about the camera?" Tyler answered, "Forget the camera." But before they could leave, they saw it. According to their account, a large figure stepped between two trees approximately 40 yards away. Tyler said it appeared to be standing upright. He estimated it was at least 6 feet tall. Megan told Maggie Smith, the reporter that they later talked to, of course, "The first thing I noticed were these shoulders. They were huge." Then she said something that sounds almost impossible. "It looked like a man, but it wasn't shaped like a man." Tyler raised his night vision camera. The figure stood still. Then it turned its head toward them. Megan reportedly said, "Oh my God." Tyler answered, "I see it." Megan whispered, "What is that?" Tyler reportedly replied, "I don't know." And then the figure dropped down on all fours. According to Tyler, it moved extremely fast. He told Maggie, "I've never seen anything move like that. It didn't run like a dog. It didn't run like a person. It just went." The two investigators immediately ran toward their vehicle. Megan reportedly dropped one of the audio recorders. She turned around to get it. Tyler shouted just to leave it. Megan yelled back, "It's my equipment." So they're bitching back and forth. "Get in the car, Megan, blah, blah, blah." They get in the car, they lock the doors, then they heard something hit the side of their vehicle. It was a thump. Megan reportedly screamed. Tyler starts the engine, and then another hit, another thump. Something else hits the car. This time, something moved across the windshield. Megan later says she saw what looked like a large animal standing directly in front of the vehicle. She told Maggie Smith, reporter, "I could see the eyes." Maggie asks, "What did they look like?" She answers, "They reflected the headlights. That's all I can tell you."
Mm.
Tyler put the vehicle in reverse, and then whatever had been in front of them disappeared. They drove out of the area and didn't stop until they reached a gas station several miles away. A clerk named Anthony Bodax was
Spell
working that night.
it.
Yeah, right. Probably Boudreaux. He later told Maggie Smith that the two investigators came inside looking shaken. He said the girl was crying. The guy kept looking out toward the parking lot. Then this clerk reportedly asked, "Are you guys okay?" Tyler answered, "Something chased us." And he asked, "A dog?" This guy, the clerk, asked the dog. Tyler reportedly said, "No." The other guy, then the attendant laughs. He goes, "Then what was it?" Tyler looked up and answered, "I don't know." Investigators contacted paranormal researcher later on, an Evelyn Thibodeau, who has studied Louisiana folklore and reported encounters involving the Rougarou. Thibodeau reported to Maggie Smith, "The Rougarou stories are deeply rooted in Louisiana culture. That doesn't mean every strange animal encounter is a Rougarou." But after hearing the investigator's description, she reportedly added, What caught my attention was the behavior they described." According to her, traditional Rougarou stories often involve a creature that watches people from the edge of the roads, fields, and wooded areas. She says folklore describes something that is not quite animal and not quite human, but rarely attacks or causes damage to the folks who were involved in this tale. Um, and that's really all I'm gonna cut it there because some other stuff, background stuff we don't need. Um, so is that true though? I mean, the Rougarou, I don't know a lot of the Rougarou tales. Maybe you know a little more than I do, Monica. You ever hear about them being aggressive like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're aggressive. They're aggressive. Probably more than Dogman are aggressive. If you want to distinguish between
Oh, really? Okay.
between the two, I hear more reports of Rougarou, like potential Rougarou attacks versus like Dogman just scaring you. Right, where some people would call Dogman a fear eater, like he's just trying to scare you because he gets his nourishment that way. The Rougarou, if you want to go old school
Let's do it.
folklore, is a human who broke Lent and is cursed to turn into a Rougarou for like 3 or 5 years. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but might have been even a year. I can't remember. For a specific period of time, they are cursed to be this wolf man, essentially. And if you want to hear locals talk about it, there was a TV show on a long time ago. And by long time, I mean like maybe 10 years ago, somewhere in there. I forget exactly when it was, but I think it was called Cajun Justice. And it
Oh, I think I might have
followed the
seen that.
police around Houma, Louisiana. And you get some Cajuns in there. There were 2 boys that broke into a mausoleum, a crypt, and stole a skull out of it. In lots of Rougarou calls. Like somebody thought the Rougarou was in their attic. Another lady thought a Rougarou was in her barn. And they believe it 100%. They believe it. And there's even a Rougarou festival in Houma every, I think, September. And one year I'm going to get out there. For years and years, I've wanted to go out there and go to this festival. And some year I'm going to get there.
Oh,
I really want to go. Really want to go.
that would be pretty cool.
It would be cool, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's a big thing. They have like the Rougarou queen, some little teenage girl they put a crown on. She gets to ride around in a float and be important for a day. I mean,
Yeah, no,
I think it's cool.
no, that would be cool. Again, yeah. I think I remember too what you mentioned, Cajun Justice.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think
what
I
it's
seen
called.
that on.
Oh, it's like an A&E or something.
I seen on something like
Yeah.
that because I've also come across North County Justice from
Or
Texas,
Northwoods Justice.
Northwood, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
things like that. And I could be named something. I thought it was Cajun Justice. And I really wanted there to be additional seasons, but the sheriff didn't get reelected, and he was the one that let the TV crews
Oh,
basically follow everybody.
how does the sheriff not got reelected?
I don't know. You can look into it.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
well,
there's a whole
yeah.
story there that I knew at one time. But yeah, I was sad there wasn't more seasons because it was so heavy into the folklore. And it showed like cops. It's like it was literally like the camera crew was in the back seat
Yeah.
with these Cajun police officers, and they were responding to all kinds of calls, day and night. So you got a mix of both. And it was a fun show. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would like that too. I like shows like that.
And somebody,
Offbeat.
yeah, I mean, it was just really, and of course, like the folklore aspect of it,
Oh,
and
sure.
seeing how, but it's like a snapshot of how folklore is interpreted in a community, right? Because those were real citizens, really scared because they believed 100% there was a Rougarou, like in the barn. It's interesting. And Rougarou is a Cajun word. Loup-garou is the French term for werewolf, right?
Loop Guru.
Yeah, loup-garou. And Rougarou is Cajun.
That's
because
the
we all know
Cajun. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, Cajun,
'Cause
kind of a bastardization of loup-garou.
Don't the Cajuns and of the French culture mix up the words?
Yeah,
They cross
there's
index.
a lot of French in Cajun. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of French adjacent, like quasi-French words, like Rougarou.
Yes, and yeah. I watched this one Cajun show, and I gotta tell you, it was so funny. And I'm not posing fun at the Cajun.
Interesting.
Just the picking up how they speak. The ones that are really down and
I
up,
can't
down.
understand them.
No, it's like this. It's a different language.
They sound like
entirely.
Boomhauer from King of the Hill, or they sound like Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
The
Yeah.
water boy.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So the assistant coach in that movie is backwoods Cajun, and I met a guy when I was 18, 19 years old. I think I was 18. I'd come out to Texas to visit. We were at Six Flags. It was me and a couple of girlfriends. We met this group of guys, and of course, the one dude in the group who was deep Cajun, couldn't understand him, was trying to talk to me the whole time, and his friends had to translate because I had no clue what this man was saying.
Yeah. Right.
No clue. I was like, "Are you speaking English?" Like, I don't understand. And I'm good with accents. Like, I can understand some thick
Yes.
accents. And I was like, and I tried so hard. Like, I'll sit there if you say something to me in a thick accent. I'll sit there for a minute and
You'll
mull over like
process
what
it.
you're saying. Like, I'm
Yeah.
processing it, and I can usually get it. I couldn't like any Cajun, like deep backwoods Cajun. I, for the life of me, cannot decipher that speech pattern. I cannot.
Mm. And I know that you're pretty good at that, Monica. So it must be pretty technical, just complex. It's just something that it does make
It's like
sense.
they're just words that run together and you can't really
Yeah,
understand
but
it.
there
It's
you,
like it's like some like half
no,
words that are just a
and
run-on
and
sentence.
they're squashed together.
Yeah, and you've got the. I mean, there's a twang to it too.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different
And I mean,
excellent.
it's fascinating to me. I love listening to Cajuns talk. I don't understand what you're saying, but I like it.
No, I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I get a kick out of it. Hey, Ronald, yes, recent Dogman's your question, what you're asking everybody. If you're new here, yeah, I got tons of recent Dogman stuff on this channel as well. So yeah, Dogman, there are recent ones every day, Ronald,
Yeah,
especially here in
they're
Michigan.
growing. They're growing.
Michigan's the capital of Dogman. They've been growing, I guess, they've been around forever, but the '80s they've really taken off.
I think they're engineered, or they are.
Yeah, hey,
I think they're engineered because of the sudden spike in
hey,
sightings, or
listen.
they're egregores. People believe it so much they're manifesting it.
Yeah, no, I believe that's true. I think with the Dogman, the phenomenon, really briefly, before you go on to our last creepy tale, which is creepy. I didn't even get through the whole thing. For certain reasons, but the egregore, yes, manufactured, yes, natural, yes, spiritual, yes. That is such a complex.
Yeah, it
The
is.
Dogman is complex.
I think it is.
It really is. It's a lot of all the. It's a mishmash of everything, kind of like the Cajun language.
I
So
mean, yeah, I think that you've got legitimate, I don't know, canids, maybe something that, because I
sure,
mean, because there are First Nations folklore about canine like creatures,
yes,
but they're
there's
not vast. It's not, they're not sightings of them like you're hearing and seeing in the last couple of decades.
no. And you can even go back to the dog-headed creatures of ancient Egypt,
Yeah, or Greece.
Greece,
I mean, yeah,
Anubis.
you've
I
got
mean,
Anubis who was a god, and I think that it's interesting that the Egyptian pantheon are all were creatures. If you really consider it, they're
mm,
all were creatures.
they are.
Yeah,
That's been. I like reading stuff on Egypt. It's just fascinating.
it is fascinating. And
We
let's consider that every culture around the world, not every, but
yeah.
a lot of cultures on different continents around the world have traditional were creature folklore. There's were jaguars, there's were crocodile,
Mm, yeah.
there's were probably hyenas. I mean, there's a lot of were animals in cultures around the world.
Well, was that past your house? That motorcycle?
Yes, freaking neighbors.
Wow, I heard that. I've never heard anything. Okay, that was crazy. Okay, everybody. Last one of the night is yeah. We're talking. This is an exorcism, and if people that know me know that I'm not scared of a lot of this stuff we talk about. But when it comes to the devil and demons, that's terrifies me because yeah, it just does.
Doesn't scare me as much.
Huh?
Doesn't
I
scare
don't
me.
because I believe in all of this stuff, but I just some about his little. I guess maybe growing up in the Catholic school, Monica could be
That'll do it.
the demon
Yeah,
man is something that the devil. Yeah,
I get it. See, it's The Exorcist. Is it spooky? Yes, it's spooky and it's atmospheric. Did it scare me? No.
yeah. It wasn't like a no. I finally did watch The Exorcist some time ago. I told you that, and I watched some other ones. Emily Rose. I mean, what really scared me a lot was, although now I guess it's proven to be a hoax, unfortunately, is the Amityville Horror.
The Amityville Horror scared me. The book
I read the book. I told
scared
you in
me
5th grade.
way more than the movie scared me.
Did I tell you the story? I'm sure the 5th grade, my teacher gave us all copies of the Amityville Horror.
Oh
We
my
read it.
gosh.
5th grade.
She was trying to traumatize the student body. Yeah.
You should have seen us little kids. And we all read a chapter out loud every day for an hour.
Oh my gosh, I'm surprised she was allowed to do that.
Well, she bought us all the books too. She didn't even have our parents buy the books. She's funded like 20 books.
She was determined to traumatize a generation.
2 years later, she got canned.
I bet.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that the Catholic school was like, good job.
Yeah, and she was
That's
something
great.
else. And I remember all us guys liked her too.
No.
Yeah, she was exotic.
She was Satan's vessel.
Yeah,
Snuck into the school.
she was. So we're to get on to this exorcism. Okay, something different on the channel. I've been trying to get an exorcist on the show, a legit one, and it's very hard to come by.
There's one that I've been on a couple of shows with way back in the day, and he is an exorcist.
Mm.
I'll see if I can contact my friend Sean
Yeah.
and get his name because he does
That'd
do
be
shows.
Okay, cool. We'll do it. Well, that'd be cool. I like to do that.
Yeah.
Hey Donnie Show, what's up? I saw your text earlier, Donnie. Y'all have to look at that epic thing you put together.
Yes.
So the exorcism that didn't end, it says here, and this is in Antigua, Colombia of 2022. Okay. So let's see what we have here. And this is in a small rural community outside the mountains of Medellin. Okay. And this one is
Okay.
probably not the story you want to hear right before going to bed. That's why I waited till almost 12:20 at night.
Because Rob's just continuing the tradition of trauma
Yes.
that his teacher instilled in him in the 5th grade.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks to everybody for coming on in. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you. So Monica and everybody listening, this involves a 16-year-old girl, her parents, and a Catholic priest. An exorcism that the family claims was successful. The problem was whatever was removed from the girl may have gone somewhere else. According to the family's account, the trouble began when their daughter, Sofia Alvarez, in early 2022. Sofia's parents, Miguel and Elena Alvarez, reportedly noticed changes in their daughter over several months. She stopped sleeping normally. She became withdrawn. She complained about hearing someone whispering her name. And according to her mother, there were times when Sophia seemed to know things she should not have known. Alina eventually contacted Father Gabriel Montova, a parish priest who had served in the area for more than 20 years. But Father Montoya didn't immediately agree to perform an exorcism. And again, as I'm reading through this, we don't hear anything like no levitations. There's nothing really creepy going on here. Okay.
Just has some knowledge they don't.
It just says, knowledge, right? He reportedly told the family, I'm not going to tell you that your daughter is possessed because she is behaving strangely and so forth. Just kind of not odd to him. He wanted Sophia evaluated first. The family,
teenagers act oddly.
which is what, right. Hey, it happens.
Most teenagers need exorcisms just from the horn.
Hey, listen, I told my mom and dad that my neighbor was evil, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
Robbie, where'd you learn the word evil from? I'm 5. I don't know. He's evil, Mom and Dad. And you know what he did? Did a hatchet job on his grandma.
I remember, yeah.
So the family reportedly took her to doctors.
Okay.
They also spoke with counselors. Thanks, Ronald. Ronald is a new pirate. Thanks for joining with
Err,
us. A new
yay,
Ronald. Everyone
Ronald.
show Ronald some love.
Woohoo.
He also spoke with counselors. But according to Miguel, nothing seemed to explain what they were seeing. The family continued asking Father Montoya for help. And again, going through this right now, it just seems not too bizarre, right? But
No.
months this is going on. Their daughter Sophia knows things she should know, knows things ahead of their parents. Finally,
Impressions. Okay.
yeah, finally, according to Father Montoya's later account, he agreed to meet with Sophia privately. He reportedly asked her, "Do you know why your parents brought you here?" Sophia answered, "They think something is inside me." Father Montoya asked, "Do you believe that?" And according to the priest, Sophia looked at him and said, "I don't think it's inside me anymore." The priest asked what she meant. Sophia reportedly answered, "I think it's waiting." Father, Father Montova or Montoya would later tell church officials that that was the one sentence that bothered him. "I think it's waiting." But he still didn't believe an exorcism was necessarily required. Uh, Excuse me. Eventually, however, the family received permission to proceed with a formal religious rite. The ceremony took place privately in a small chapel in Antigua. Only a handful of people were present: Sophia, her parents, Father Montoya, and two other members of the church. What happened inside that room has never been publicly documented in detail. But according to Father Montoya's later statement, Sophia became extremely distressed during the ceremony. He described her behavior as unusual, but said there was no violence and no dramatic physical display. At one point, however, Sophia reportedly looked directly at the priest and she said, "You shouldn't be doing this." Father Montoya asked, "Why?" She reportedly answered, "Because it will follow you." The priest continued. The ceremony lasted several hours. Eventually, Sophia became calm. According to her parents, she fell asleep. And when she woke up, she was herself again. I'm still confused as I'll continue. She didn't seem odd to me in the first place. So maybe this is strange in Brazil. I don't know. Who knows? Her mother later told local journalist Carolina Velez, "For the first time in months, my daughter looked at me and smiled." I'm guessing maybe Monica, we missed some things or they didn't put everything in. Maybe this girl turned odd. I don't know. We're missing something in my mind. Elena reportedly said she asked for something to eat. That may sound like a small detail, but to her mother, it meant everything. Okay, well, maybe she was messed up. I don't know. She believed her daughter was finally back. Father Montoya reportedly believed the same thing. The exorcism or whatever he performed appeared to be successful. For several days, everything was normal. Then Father Montoya began experiencing something himself. He started waking up during the night. He told a fellow priest that he was having the same dream repeatedly. He was standing in the chapel where the exorcism had taken place. Sophia was sitting in the front row, but according to Father Montoya, there was someone standing behind her. He couldn't see the person's face. Every time he tried to approach, he woke up. A priest who knew him, Father Luis Herrera, reportedly told him, "You're exhausted and need to rest." Father Montoya answered, "It's not the dream that's bothering me." Herrera asked, "Then what is it?" Montoya reportedly said, "I hear it when I'm awake." Father Herrera asked, "Hear what?" Montoya reportedly replied, "Someone breathing behind me." That was when the two priests began to take the situation seriously. Montoya eventually told Herrera that he believed whatever had been troubling Sophia had somehow attached itself to him. Herrera reportedly asked him, "Do you believe you are possessed?" Montoya didn't answer immediately. He reportedly said, "I believe something came home with me." The church was notified, and at that time, Montoya was the only one asking for help. A second religious ceremony was arranged. Several senior clergy members were brought in, and according to people familiar with the situation, the process was considerably more complicated than the first. Montoya reportedly sat quietly while the prayers were performed. At one point, Father Herrera noticed something. Montoya's lips were moving, but he wasn't speaking. Herrera asked, Gabriel, are you praying? Montoya reportedly looked at him and said, No. Herrera asked, Then what are you doing? Montoya answered, I'm listening. The ceremony continued. Eventually, Montoya reportedly became extremely weak. He later described feeling as though he was falling asleep. Then, nothing. The priest believed the entity had finally been expelled. Montoya recovered and Sophia continued to improve. So perhaps this is the end of it, except for one disturbing detail. According to Father Herrera, the church members involved in the second ceremony were instructed not to perform another exorcism without additional clergy present. The reason? Because of what they believed had happened to Montoya, reportedly became concerned that the spirit had not simply been removed from Sophia, but transferred his attention to the person conducting the ceremony. The danger was not what happened during the prayer, the danger was what happened afterward. Um, and there's a few more things here. I'm not going to get into the rest. Not creepy or scary like I thought it was going to be. And I really don't know. Maybe you could help me out, Monica, because I was reading that. I was kind of reading chat. I don't know what's so crazy about that story.
I don't see anything crazy about that story. I mean, she didn't act, at least in that report, she didn't act like she was possessed outside of knowledge, perhaps, that they think she shouldn't have had. She she wasn't doing anything crazy. She wasn't talking in tongues, she wasn't levitating, she wasn't self-harming. She wasn't doing a lot of things that you typically hear about when exorcisms are involved.
Yeah, well, I'm a little disappointed because I purposely did not read that whole one because I'm thinking an exorcism, man. It can be creepy. That's no more than me or you seeing a
You
ghost.
know, and it seems to me like the father, he was having dreams, sure, but he wasn't experiencing, it didn't seem anything outside of the dreams. And those dreams could have been the product of suggestion from the girl stopping in the middle of that exorcism and telling him that it was going to follow him.
Yeah,
And typically, I mean, exorcisms have to be approved by the bishop of the area for that particular church, right? And he had to have gone through that. They're required to go through psychological evaluations and physical
yeah,
evaluations before they do true exorcisms.
yeah. No,
So I
absolutely.
don't feel like, at least from what this report is saying, that like maybe a true full exorcism rite was performed. Now, are they
Yeah,
several hours long? Yeah, they can be several days long, and there's fasting, and I mean, it's difficult. I mean, the Emily Rose thing, the girl that was truly like behind that, she died as a result of that
yeah,
exorcism.
yeah. No, yeah. Hey,
That's
listen.
like a true story, and she legitimately passed away from the exorcism.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I thought this might have a little more into it. Desert Rat says intuitive isn't possession or demonic influence.
I
Well, no, hell,
agree.
Desert Rat, I'm highly intuitive, and I've told many stories about my intuition, which is bizarre. No, it's not at all. Justin says classic demonic possession to hear something right behind you. Often the person is actually hearing the sound within their inner ear, from what I've read. Demonic attacks very demonic attacks
Very in
vary in intensity. Yeah,
Yeah, they do. And I
they
think that
do.
a lot of people are quick to slap a demonic label on things. I think demonic possession is very rare. Very rare. I think demonic, because I don't see the trail here because there's oppression, there's stages prior to possession, right? And I didn't see this girl falling through any of them. And people saying that they're hearing voices or that they're seeing shadows, that is a very common sign of schizophrenia. I think, the voices, I think that a lot of people understand that, but seeing shadow people is also a sign of schizophrenia. That's why a thorough, you know, psychological evaluation and physical evaluation need to be done by these people, for these people prior to an exorcism, because exorcisms are dangerous, like I said.
No,
And
and
it doesn't sound like a full one was done on this girl.
yeah, and again, just because, and even somebody mentioned too, I think that in this story, I'd have to imagine a lot of the details of how the little girl, the 16-year-old girl, was acting. Because the mother says, I got my daughter back. Well, what was odd about her other than she knew things that you
She's
didn't think she
16.
should know?
16-year-old girls are a pain in the
They're
ass.
odd as all get out.
Yeah, I was a 16-year-old girl. I've had two 16-year-old girls. They're
You know?
pains in the butt. I mean, yeah, you do think they need possession half the time.
Yeah, they are possessed, it seems like, right? I mean, yeah, so that, yeah, whatever this was, it is what it is, but I didn't think there's anything odd about it. And even the priest, yeah, I mean, what did he, and again, I thought it was to be a little more intense than that. It was just basically, whatever.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's
and
kind of
and, you- and
anticlimactic there, Robbie.
it kind of sucked in the night with that. Hey, you guys, I apologize. I only say it once. That was kind of lame. I'll admit it.
But, it's bizarre stories. I mean,
But
you hear
but it was
exorcism.
bizarre. It is bizarre. When I heard
It's
exorcism, I'm
bizarre.
like, I'm gonna dig into this because
It's not
exorcism,
spooky. It's bizarre. I guess.
exorcisms, and devil stuff freak me out. So I thought that
I
would be
know.
good. And I didn't proofread it. I probably should have. So that's my bad. But at any rate, people were commenting on it, and people are engaging with it and have their opinions, which is great too. So that's what we like to do on the show, is have people engage, and everybody was. And I
They
think
were,
the show is cool. I mean, I like the show as always on Saturday night. Um, really briefly, Mickey G, thanks for your super chat, the super cat. Thanks to Oregon Bigfoot Fidesz, Yeti Audio Lab. Phil Funk is a pirate for 4 months.
Woo-hoo.
Ronald looks newer. Thank you, Ronald, for your awesome super cat.
Very nice.
And he also became a pirate, Ronald did. Thanks to Ronald. And my buddy Larry Sharp, he gifted a pirate. So thanks, Larry.
Very nice, Larry. Thank
Very
you.
nice of you, Larry. Larry's a great guy. He's been on the show. We had a good time with Larry on Tuesday about 2 months ago. Great stories from Larry. You can check him out, the Cryptid Wrangler. So yeah, Monica, I think Saturday night's always fun. Anticlimactic ending, but what are you gonna do? I'll make sure I proofread next week. But I've been so busy.
No, you won't. There will be one or two stories. I didn't proofread this.
Yeah, well, I say what I say.
Yay, Amy.
Amy Creel, if you did not know already, Amy Creel is the first mate of the chat room.
She sure is.
Amy Creel from Louisiana, by the way. Yes, she is. Sorry, Amy, for giving out your location.
Woman.
Yeah, she's
Amy.
wonderful. She's great people. She made name tags for everybody at our conference. What a sweetheart.
Did. Amy and Mickey and Keith and everybody else.
Oh, yeah. The whole group was down there. They always show up. Absolutely. Hey, Werewolf, what's going on? So, yeah, I think that'll conclude it for this evening, this late night show, Into the Bizarre. I'm going to tear out my garden, I think, tomorrow, Monica. I'm just going to end it. I'm going to end my misery.
Just going to put it out of its misery.
I'm going to do it.
Take it out behind the barn.
I'm going to take it behind the shed and give it a beating. I'm going to keep my cucumbers intact and my spore-suffering 4-foot tomato plant. I'm going to keep that.
It's trying to produce blooms. It's like, don't rip me out. I'll bloom.
No, I'm going to keep him. He might do. He or she might do something. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back Tuesday night at 9 o'clock with, I believe, Krista. I don't know if she now she needs a new computer, I hear. I don't know.
Yeah, the computer was a problem.
Okay, wasn't.
Sure. No. She's out living her life. She's out having a good time.
And then
It wasn't
Thursday,
the computer.
yeah, Monica, what do you want to do for I'll put you on the spot. What creepy state should we do Thursday afternoon?
Ooh.
I'm even going to write it down.
Let's do Virginia.
You want to do creepy Virginia Thursday afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Creepy Virginia for next Thursday.
Because the Appalachian Mountains run right through that puppy.
The Appalachians.
The Appalachians. Yeah. And, I've got all these books that I'm like, I switch from book to book to book and write a little bit in each one. One of them takes place in Virginia.
Well, let's do it then.
On the Appalachian Trail.
Okay. Hey, Deep Woods. Hey, welcome. Deep Woods Protocol. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we're ready the show, but hey, there's always a replay. Again, thanks everybody. Yes, we'll do that Thursday. We'll do Virginia. Then we'll be back Saturday.
Then we'll do Florida because have we already done Florida? I can't remember.
No, we have not done Florida.
Florida's gonna have some weird stuff.
Yeah, we'll do that after that. We'll do Virginia then Florida.
Residents aside, there's some weird things too.
Florida, yeah, indeed. Thanks for spending the evening with us. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a happy Sunday. For Monica, I am BMR, and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, and beyond. Join the many. Join the few. Tuesday night, BME's